Hi, this is Film Transpan of Film Transpan Games, and I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Criminal Case. Now, I was going to start... Pedro, I'm doing something! I'm making a video! Sorry about that interruption. That was my uncle. So I was originally going to do case 1 of Criminal Case, but yeah, I can't exactly replay it, so we're starting with 2. If you want to do 1, you gotta play the game for yourself. Also, I will not be showing you the actual gameplay, just like the case stuff, so yeah, you gotta play the game if you want to do that. Case 2, Corpse in the Garden. Sergeant Jacqueline, a man called Dave Simmons, claims he saw body parts in the junkyard garden. Go invest and solve this case as best as you can. File crime scene. So yeah, we're back. And hopefully my uncle won't interrupt us this time. The sale of flammable chemicals is under strict trafficking laws. Now that we've got this complete barcode, we can determine where this bottle was purchased. Let's see. It's from a mini market nearby. I know the owner of this place. His name is Joe Stern. Let's go talk to him, Jacqueline. File suspect. Okay, so the autopsy is done, so we're gonna see the results. Nice to see you again, Jacqueline. I'll go straight to the business. The hand you found in the garden matches the body found in the bathtub. Of course, that's always good. Apart from that, I've only got one certainty. Only a man of a very strong build would have been able to get rid of that body by cutting it with a saw. I'm dying to ask you how a woman would have disposed of the body, but we've got no time. Our killer is a man, which is all that matters. Thanks, Nathan. Jeez, Jones, it could be a very strong woman. I'll work on the coroner's voice later. And profile that gender. Good job searching the victim's clothes, Sergeant Jacqueline. I'm sure his gold teeth will help us move forward. We better send you to the lab for analysis. Dun 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 dun. I am bad at frame songs. I'm not talking to Mr. Joe Stern. Yeah, this bottle comes from my shop, so what? Listen, Joe, we need to know who bought this bottle. They've committed a murder. Look, buddy, you don't seriously think I keep track of my customers, do you? Dozens of people come here every day. Actually, no, if you can be search clerks, and they are not like this at all. Is that so? Well, then Sergeant Jacqueline will have a look at your shop, just in case there are other things you don't keep track of. Jerk. File crime scene. You'll soon find things suspicious suspicious things always end up in the trash, Jacqueline. Let's have a look at this trash bag. Oh boy, better get our gloves. And another trash bag for the actual trash. Oh, what's this? We got the results from our gold tooth. Nice to meet you, Sergeant Jacqueline. I'm Grace. I'm the head of this lab, and I take care of all the forensic analyses. I just imagine her with a bubbly personality. So it's just a tooth you found in the victim's clothes. As it turns out, it matches the bite marks on the bottle you found at the same place. The killer must have tried to open the cap with their teeth and lost his tooth in the process. Who hasn't done that before? That's not good for your dental health. You'll need braces and a retainer. Either that's a really strong cap or the killer got lousy teeth. Maybe a combination of both. In any case, Sergeant Jacqueline, let's go look for some of the missing tooth. Hey, you're right, Jacqueline. Dave Simmons is missing a tooth. This witness is now a suspect, thanks to you. Okay, so we're gonna detect our suspect, and he does fit the profile that we have so far. I lost my tooth when I was young. I have nothing else to say about this sordid affair, except that I was there to sell the house. That's how I found the hand. Oh, a real estate broker. They know all the perfect places to hide bodies. Oh, if you're ever there to sell it, I trust you know who this house belongs to. Of course, this property belongs to Mr. Marconi, and has been derelict for years now. He'd be much better off without it. Try not to mispronounce his name as Macaroni. Did you say Marconi? Sergeant Jacqueline, this is getting big. I think you better report to Chief King. Okay, did not notice that until now. You're telling me Tony Marconi is somehow involved in this murder investigation? Sergeant Jacqueline, Tony Marconi is a gangster involved in all sorts of shady businesses. We haven't been able to pin him on anything so far. But if Marconi's got something to do with this murder, this could be our chance to put him behind bars. Go talk to him straight away. Let's see if he's missing a tooth. So, Sergeant Jacqueline, how's the Ned Diller case going? Have you found who killed him? Not yet, no. But thanks to Sergeant Jacqueline, you already have 3 pieces of evidence against the killer. We know it's a man that has a tooth, and we also know that he's wearing a bandage. Good job, Sergeant Jacqueline. That's quite a list. Do you know what you're going to do next? Well, we're going to do the only thing you can do. Go back to the crime scene. Find something to push this case forward. Nicely spotted, Sergeant. Such a tidy pile of leaves in such a derelict garden. This must be hiding something. How did this immaculate tie clip end up in such a dirty bathroom? You're right, Jacqueline. We need to take a closer look at this tie clip. Bingo! You found a business card belonging to our victim in those leaves. Nice catch, Sergeant Jacqueline. And look at the back of the card. Call Maria, and there's a phone number. The rain got through it, though. Think you could decipher it? Okay, for this scene, I decided to turn my lamp off, so that way you could probably see this better. You're proving to be a natural adulting fingerprints, Jacqueline. That tie clip you found in the bathroom didn't stand a chance. What do you say we get these prints to Grace? See what you can come up with. Okay, so the results on the fingerprints are back. The fingerprints from that tie clip you found on the crime scene didn't match any on our files, but they were a perfect match to the prints present on our murder weapon. So this tie clip belongs to our killer. Exactly, which also means your killer is wearing a tie. Superb work, Jacqueline. You decrypted the phone number that was scribbled on our victim's business card. Let's send his phone number to Alex, our tech guy. He will probably find its owner in our database. Hi, Sergeant Jacqueline. I'm Alex, but you can call me the Digital God if you want to. Yeah, I'm sure Jacqueline will do that. But Alex is in charge of all the technical stuff, and yes, he is good, although maybe not that good. spoil sport. Anyway, the owner of this phone number you found is called Maria Sanchez. She's a housemaid, so I guess she was working for your victim. Duly noted. Thanks, Alex. Jacqueline, what do you say we go have a chat with this Maria Sanchez? I really need to put like a thing under this thing so it can get a little higher or something. Ned Dillard's dead? Ha! So there is some guesses after all. Is that so? Why did the victim have your phone number, Miss Sanchez? Because I'm his maid. Or rather, I was. He fired me 2 days ago. And now that Ned's in bits and pieces, actually more like only one little bit and one big piece, you're at the picture of health, and your termination gives you a very good motive for murder. Think what you will, but if I were you, I'd go have a little chat with Dennis Brown. He's a bodyguard, and he's just offered his services to Mr. Dillard. Mr. Dennis Brown, someone told us you offered your bodyguard services to Ned Dillard shortly before his death. Is that true? Sure, Ned Dillard was a crook. His schemes put a lot of honest people out on the streets with no money left to their names. The guy obviously needed the protection. I see you're missing a tooth. Did you list it on the job? Yeah, it's a rough job. Sometimes you get on the wrong end of a fight. Look, about Ned. I didn't kill him. But I've got a list of people who might have. All the people who got their houses taken because of him. I didn't think I'd need that list no more since the guy's dead, so I tore it up. You can probably still put it back together, though. Thanks for the help. Good job putting that list back together, Jacqueline. Thanks to Dennis Brown, we now have got the names of all his victims who lost their houses because of our victim. Hey, but that's Joan Stern's name on the list, which means Ned Dillard duped him too. Jacqueline, what do you say if we go back to Joe's Mini Mart? I think it's some thorough shelf searching is in order. Man, I could not say that word. Why didn't you tell us your property got seized because of Ned Dillard, Joe? And so what? I'm not the only one that jerk got to. Maybe, but now that Ned's dead, that rhymed. It makes you a suspect. Step aside. We need to have another look at your shop. Mr. Stern, we'll be taking your surveillance camera for analysis. First the trash, now the camera. You really don't have anything better to do? If I were you, I'd just shut up, Joe. Sergeant Jacqueline knows exactly what they're doing. Now let's go see what Alex can make of these recordings on this camera. The results from things are back. I am sick. So I had a look at the recording from the surveillance camera you got from Joe's shop, Jacqueline. Remember that receipt you found? The one that belongs to the killer? Well, I looked at the time of the killer's purchases, and then I fast-forwarded the surveillance cameras recording to that same time. The killer now returned to the camera, but compared his height to the shelf he was sitting next to, and... Ladies and gentlemen, your killer is precisely 6 feet tall. Not sure if that's how forensics works. Well, Jacqueline, I think you've got all the pieces of evidence you need to arrest this killer. I can't wait to see how you're going to handle it. Let's handle it. To arrest this killer, I probably should have zoomed in before this. The evidence is matching up. Got it. Dennis Brown, you're under arrest for the murder of Ned Dillard. What? You can't be serious. You've got nothing against me. Oh, come on. Sergeant Jacqueline found plenty of evidence against you, like the tie clip you left at the scene, or the fact that you're missing a tooth. You tried to chop down your victim. When that failed, you decided to burn him up. But Dave Simmons got in the house and you fled the scene. I have no idea what you're talking about. Say that for the judge, Dennis. You're under arrest. Your Honor, I can explain. I'm a victim of circumstances. The evidence collected by Sergeant Jacqueline leaves no place for doubt. The reason why you committed this crime is irrelevant. The court therefore condemns you to life in prison for the premeditated murder of Ned Dillard. Moreover, the court would like to thank the police of Grimsboro, and in particular Sergeant Jacqueline, for their swift investigation and perfect results. Court is adjourned. Congratulations on your first big case, Sergeant Jacqueline. There's no doubt you've got what it takes to be a great cop. Or for those who are living in Britain, police officer. However, you discovered that Brown received a big amount of cash on an offshore account. I knew it. I was sure Marconi paid him to kill Ned Dillard. For once I agree. You should put the pressure on him. Okay, so we are doing the additional investigation portion, which may have been cut out because my battery died. So, here we go. Hey Simmons, what are you doing here? This crime scene is closed to the public. Well, I've lost my pen last time I was here. It's my lucky pen. You know, I never signed a contract without it. Lucky pen, eh? Eh? That sounds so Canadian. Sergeant Jacqueline and I will look for it. Now leave this place. Lucky pen. Does Simon really think he can fool you with this silly story? Come on, Jacqueline, let's search the place and find out what he was really looking for. No pen. But those documents you found in the garden look interesting. Hey, Marconi's name is in there. And what seems to be a file number as well. But I can't read it with these mud stains. Do you think you can figure the numbers out, Jacqueline? Okay, so I'm going to interview this next guy just to see what he needs help with, because I like to do the list. So, Joe, what did you want to see Sergeant Jacqueline about? I saw one of those snake-tattooed gang scumbags storm into my shop and mess with my shelves. He ran away when I busted him, but I'm sure he hid something. Snake tattoo? When will this antihistamine kick in? Snake tattoo? That's not good. Definitely a member of the Vipers. If you're not familiar with this gang yet, Jacqueline, you'll know it very soon. There used to be a bunch of petty drug dealers, but lately they've appeared to be more organized somehow. Maybe they hired Al Capone. Anyway, Mr. Stern, Sergeant Jacqueline and I will search your place and look for whatever's been hidden. A box of cookies? Come on, Jacqueline. This is no time for a snack. But it does look like it's been opened and rummaged through. You're right. Better check if there's something suspicious inside. Hopefully it's not another Tylenol murder. Well done, Sergeant. According to the number you found in those documents, was a tricky task, but you've done it. Let's hope Alex can find what this file number points to. Hopefully it'll also tell us why Marconi's name appears in those documents. Well, you're right after all, Jacqueline, and so is Joe. Looks somewhat like her cookie sticks are frosted. This white powder looks like cocaine to me. You better take this powder to the lab and ask Grace to analyze it. We need to know where it comes from. I've got the results of the powder you found in the box of cookies. It's cocaine as you thought, and not the best quality. How'd you find that out? 20% cocaine and 80% of a sugar substance normally used as a laxative. Yeah, that's never fun. Ha! Too bad our guy didn't take some before leaving the mini-mart. He would have loved an easy hero to follow. Ew. Seriously though, we've been seizing more and more of this crap in the industrial area lately. I hope that wasn't intentional. We should warn Joe Stern that a member of the Vipers may come back for his drugs and to keep an eye on this area. Well, Joe, you're right. Sergeant Jacqueline found a small bag of cocaine hidden in your shop. What? Oh, crap. What am I going to do if they come back for it? Don't worry about it. Police officers in civilian clothes will be patrolling to make sure you don't get into trouble. I'm so sick of these lowlifes. They'll end up ruining my business. Well, thanks for your help. Well, anyway, thanks for your help, Sergeant Jacqueline. Take this, it's on the house. A burger! Okay, so here we go. The results on the files are back. Well, I'm done, guys. The number you found in those documents is a land registry file. Marconi's file, actually. Ha! Anything suspicious? There is indeed. Marconi wanted to buy a few properties with this word, were held by Ned Dillard. And it also shows that Ned refused his offer. Alex, you're a genius! That's why Marconi wanted Ned dead. That's far from being enough to judge Marconi, but good idea, Jacqueline. We can put this under Simmons' nose and see if he sings. Let's talk to him. Did you find my lucky pen? Not really. But we got another pen for you. It's a cut the crap and start talking now pen. Thanks to the documents you lost, we found that Ned owned real estate assets Marconi wants. Isn't that an incredible coincidence? I don't know anything about this. Marconi just hired me to sell this one house. Look, we're pretty sure Marconi put a hit on Dillard, and Sergeant Jacqueline won't stop until they can prove it. I won't tell you anything about Mr. Marconi, and if you know what's good for you, you'll stop sticking your nose in his business. Damn it, I was sure this coward would squeal on Marconi eventually. Be patient, Jacqueline. One day, Marconi will make a bad move, and I know you will be there to put an end to his shady business once and for all.